That's an interesting one.
Ready? You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. All right, at this time, I'd like to call the December 16th, 2024 Planning Board meeting to order. Looks like we have quorum, so if everybody will please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll move on to the approval of the meeting minutes. Has everybody had a chance to look over the meeting minutes? And if so, does everybody have any questions, comments, concerns, corrections, or motions?
I move they be approved as written.
Second. We got a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion before we vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We will move on to our public hearings. Let's see. Got my fancy notebook trying to get through it here. We'll move into public hearing item 4A, rezoning of 2024-14. Further information provided by staff.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good evening, Board. I am submitting the agenda abstract and supporting documents into the official record of the town. The first item before you tonight is RAZ 2024-14, a rezoning requested by Mohammed Kai Ali at 426 and 428 Longfellow Street. The PIN numbers are 0657704319 and 0657703399. This rezoning is a total of 0.169 acres from the residential low-density zoning district to the town center residential zoning district. The requested zoning district is consistent with the 2040 Community Vision Land Use Plan designation of town center residential. Staff's recommendation is as follows. Staff recommends approval for the proposed zoning map amendment as it is reasonable and in the best interest of the public for the following reasons. 1, the requested zoning map amendment is consistent with the 2040 Community Vision Land Use Plan for the designation of town center residential. Number 2, the requested zoning district is complementary to the residential uses in the general vicinity. Number 3, the requested zoning district supports infill development and reinvestment in downtown neighborhoods per the 2040 LUP's Policy 2.1, encourage infill development and redevelopment inside town limits. Number 4, the requested zoning district supports the creation of a variety of housing types per the 2040 LUP's Policy 4.1, manage future growth and development in accordance with the priority infrastructure investment map. The petitioner is here tonight, and I am also happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for staff before we open the public hearing? Looks like we're all good.
All right, thank you.
All right, at this time we will open up the public hearing. Eva, do we have anybody signed up to speak in favor of this case?
Oh, we do not.
Nobody is, okay. Do we have anybody in the audience that did not sign up that wishes to speak in favor? See. Sure, come on up. When you do, please make sure you do sign in with Eva, and then when you get up here, please state your name and address so we have it for the record.
Thank you so much for letting me speak. My name is Mohammed Kiali. I'm a part owner slash a manager for the Sarah K Property LLC that owns these lots. Now, I think it is consistent with the Fuquay-Varina plan, and I'm here for any feedback or questions if there's any. Thank you.
Thank you. If you could just make sure you state your address.
The address.
Of where you live, so we have it on record.
I live in Raleigh, 3616 Arrowwood, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, no one else wishes to speak in favor? Has anybody signed up to speak in opposition, Eva?
No.
Nope. Anybody in the audience want to speak in opposition? Seeing none, we'll come back and close the public hearing and bring it back to the board. Any questions, comments, concerns, or motions?
I'll make a motion. I move to recommend approval of REZ-2024-14, a zoning map amendment at 426 and 428 Longfellow Street from the residential low-density RLD zoning district to the town center residential TCR zoning district as it is reasonable in the best interest of the public for the reasons identified by staff.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion before we vote? Everybody's clear on what we're voting on? Good. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. We'll move on to public hearing item 4B, REZ 2024-16, further information provided by staff.
Hello again. Once again, I am submitting the agenda abstract and supporting documents into the official record of the town. The second item before you tonight is REZ 2024-16, a rezoning requested by Wayne Malden with Malden Watkins Surveying, PA, at 10101 and 10125 Division Drive, PIN numbers 0688568056 and 0688557830. This rezoning is a total of 2.87 acres from the heavy industrial zoning district to the research light industrial conditional zoning district. Staff's recommendation is as follows. Staff recommends approval of the proposed zoning map amendment as it is reasonable and in the best interest of the public for the following reasons. Number one, the requested zoning map amendment is consistent with the 2040 Community Vision Land Use Plan for the designation of industrial. Number two, the requested zoning district is complementary to the existing uses in the general vicinity and is consistent with the current use of the properties. Number three, the requested zoning district supports infill development and reinvestment in downtown neighborhoods. Number four, the zoning map amendment supports the overall goals of the land use plan of preserving and maintaining industrial areas and strategic areas. We do have the petitioner here tonight, and I'm also available to answer any questions.
Great, thanks. Anybody have any questions for staff before we open up the public hearing? Seeing none, I think we're good.
Alrighty.
All right, we will open up the public hearing. Eva, do we have anybody that's wished to speak in favor of this one?
Yes, we do, Mr. Wayne Malden.
Good evening, board members. Wayne Malden with Malden Watkins Surveying at 139 North Main Street here in Fuquay. This rezoning you have before you tonight has come about as the town has been out and done a little investigating and decided some of the uses that were out here on this piece of property better fit the zoning that we are asking for than the zoning that was out there. This is an area that was once zoned heavy industrial. It has not been used for that. The rest of the remaining property has been rezoned to the same zoning that we're asking for. And it's just to get the uses that are in the buildings back more in line with the current zoning ordinances and land use plan here in town. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to try to answer them.
Anybody got any questions for Mr. Malden? Thank you,
No,
sir.
thank you.
Eva, we have anybody else speaking in favor?
No one else has signed up.
No one else signed
No.
up for it. All right, anybody in the audience wish to speak in favor that didn't sign up? Anyone wish to speak in opposition that didn't sign up? All right, seeing none, we will close the public hearing and bring it back to the board. Any discussion, questions, concerns, motions?
Motion to recommend approval of REZ 2024-16, a zoning map amendment for 10101 and 10125 Divisions Drive from heavy industrial zoning district to research light industrial conditional zoning district as it is reasonable and in the best interest of the public for the reasons identified by staff.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Before we take vote, everybody understand what we're voting on? You have any more questions, concerns? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carries. All right, we are done with the public hearing section of the agenda and moving on to administrative reports and the planning staff report. Anybody have any questions? Everybody take a look at that, and sounds like we're still batting 1,000 pretty good, so still
And I
still
would
doing
just
all right.
like to mention, with the hazard mitigation plan, we were really gifted with the fact that Ed Ridpath and Alyssa Holman participated in the previous version, and we had that continuity through this revision. So I think that was really a strength that we were able to offer to the process.
Good. All right, well, I think that, Barbara, it is your time to shine.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Got a motion and a second? All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.